How he's all doing? It's Ravie Davie here at Fresh Prince of the Moy Square. This is episode
44.
I'm here with my partner,
Georgia.
This is the
10 years.
In podcast.
Welcome back.
How he's all doing?
Welcome back. We are fresh.
No fresh at all. We're fucked, man. We're absolutely shattered, the two of us, man. Been back for
6 days. It's Monday, did we get back last Tuesday?
Aye. So we've been back for 6 days, man. Not enough a week, and honestly, feels like a month. Honestly, the last 6 days feels like a month.
I feel like I might have left my tan in Greece because I felt quite tanned in holiday, and then when I got back I was like, I've got no colour at all. I got more colour at the Emperor Food Festival at the weekend. The sunburn.
It was class.
You've got a good tan and your hair's all golden blonde.
That's what happens, man. Sweet wee Swedish boy.
People kept saying to me as well that at the wrestling shows last week that they were shocked that you were so tanned. I was like, blonde people usually tan better, do they know?
I don't know. I've always tanned well since I was a wee boy.
Yeah, you have always. Remember that? You had your wee mushroom years ago.
And then we got hungry in a couple of weeks and I'll top my tan up then, know what I mean?
Yes, don't rub it in.
What do you mean rub it in? Got to wrestle for 5 days. I mean, you'd hate that.
No, I know. I'm glad you're gone. But at the same time, I just would like to go to Budapest. I've never been before.
But I'm going to wrestle, so if you want to come, you can wrestle.
David, you're gone with your pals?
To wrestle?
Yeah. Anyways.
No, I mean, she thinks I'm away to fucking for a jolly.
First,
away to wrestle.
You're definitely gone for a jolly.
Away to work.
He's been checking the weather.
Away to
so he
graph.
never does that when we're going on holiday.
No, because I'm worried because we're having to train outside and all that. Fuck, it's got to be fucking. I'm going up with my wee walls are going to end up burnt to a crisp.
But you can maybe get like wee plasters for them.
I'll need to do something like that, man. Because I'm actually I'm not tank tops either.
That's what I was trying to say.
I'm not to wear vests, mate. I'm going to be fucking sweltering, man.
Is it like a hungry rule?
No, I don't know. No. Usually when you're hungry, the rules are to get yourself some food in your belly if you're hungry.
No. Wow, your jokes are actually getting so bad. Like, that is shocking.
Oh, well, I've cut this laughed.
He's just trying to be nice to you. Right, so is it the training camp that you're going to?
It's like a 5-day training camp where you're wrestling outside and all that, and fucking there's like free wrestling rings and.
I mean, but is it their rules that you're not allowed to wear a tank top? They said they're not allowed to wear a tank top. I'm still packing a cut of this. I'm going, alright, boys. I know there's this rule, right, but I could bring you out of Scotland for a wee wrestling match if you just bend that rule for me, because I'm going to be fucking roasting here and I can't handle that. I sweat getting up the stairs, and even like, I'm tired, my body's just like sweating. Aye, you do.
I'm a sweaty guy. It was actually wild at the weekend there. See,
like, that's probably a bit too far, but when I pull out your wrestling gear to wash it, the bag
drenched,
is heavy.
It's drenched. I'm a sweaty guy. I sweat, honestly, and it's like, I sweat at the thought of exercising. You know what I mean? Like when I'm flailing or when I'm pure sweating my panning.
Yeah. Disgusting. Disgusting.
It's probably I'm not as fat as I should be, you know what I mean? It's probably a bit much fat, but I'm just sweating all the time, man. Just sweating. Sweat all the time, man. When it's like even a wee modicum of my heat, man, for like the summer and that, I wake up in the morning, the bed's drenched.
You're pure dripping.
Aye, man. Soaked everywhere. My armpits are smelling like fucking wee hot kebab on a Monday morning. And you bought it on Friday.
Disgusting. Right, anyways, what I want to talk about is how was the holiday? What was your favourite part? And I'm waiting here for the apology for you to backtrack on your thoughts and feelings about Rhodes.
But we actually got so much even more to talk about before the holiday, to be fair.
How come?
Because we didn't even talk about the gender reveal party.
Oh, aye.
We didn't talk about got to Tarbert and Mikey's motor breakdown. We didn't talk about fucking. There's all sorts of. Actually missed so much because we missed 1 week. 1 week technically.
Yeah.
Like,
right, go give us a lowdown then.
Right, so what happened? So when we were last
We're not going back and checking dates and all that. This isn't happening. Right?
She hates when we do this.
Aye, it's not that. It's just like we don't need a full running commentary. Give us the highlights.
We'll go back to the Lithgow Sports dinner.
What's that football thing it's on at the weekend?
Match of the day.
Aye.
About the highlights. 10
years in podcast of the day. That's what we want.
Right, and so we went on Lithgow for the Sportsman's Ball and the Lord Provost Ball.
Aye. Right.
What?
So, David So this is like, now you go to boxing, it's like the sportsman's dinner where you sit down, it's a proper meal, and then boxing comes on. So this is what this place was in, a proper fancy hall in a rugby club, which was beautiful, but the dress code was smart casual, which clearly was for the people who'd bought tickets. But David had told all the wrestlers to basically they were to dress smart, and all of these wrestlers, there was about 30 sitting backstage wearing most of them had suits on the full time. And I was like, this wasn't to apply to them. poor Caden had an actual 3-piece suit on.
No, it was for them.
No, it wasn't.
They all looked good.
Aye, they looked great, but they were all scunnered. Because we'd arrived at the hall at 4 o'clock and with the wrestling show didn't start till after 9. We'd all been sitting backstage.
Because they'd eat their dinner.
I know, but you need to check these things in future.
Well, we know now. Know what I mean?
Aye.
I did check.
Right, anyways.
So we done that on the Friday, right? Then on Saturday we were meant to go and wrestle at the Highland Games, but the rain was torrential, so we couldn't make that. Which actually part of the story. Luckily we didn't actually make that. We made the other show later on that night. We're going back next year to the Highland Games, but we didn't actually go this year. But we've already booked ourselves in next year because we were really looking forward to having us. But with the rain, it wouldn't have been safe. It would have been quite dangerous. So that got cancelled, and I actually had a lot of happy wrestlers because the weekend was so long that they were maybe happy not to have to wrestle. I was gutted, but 8,000 people would have been there. There'd have been plenty of potential to hand out loads of flyers. But anyway, we've headed through to Tarbert to wrestle, which is about 2.5 hours away from Glasgow. And me, the Wanderer, and a couple of wrestlers were in his car, and his car's tyre decides to get a puncture. So we've had to go to the side of the road, and fingers crossed, some of the wrestlers haven't all
Passed
past
by,
us.
yeah.
Because, well, to be fair, even if they didn't, they were getting made to come back. The show couldn't happen without me, right? Fair dues the Wanderer if he couldn't make it there. Because that's what I thought in Norway. Wanderer's main, it was his dad was coming to get him and take him away. But then once he realised there was enough spaces, they were over him. He's like, fuck it, I'm just leaving my motor aside. I'm not missing the wrestling. That's what you call a real wrestler, know what I mean? Fucking leave your motor aside and make it town. Get him motor the next day. So we done that. We're up in Tarbert. Always love Tarbert. It's a wee village, man, that we always get to wrestle in. We not always get, but we wrestle in it quite often. And when we do, it's electric. Fans there are 10 out of 10. Love it. Been gone there since. Actually, been gone there that long that one of the wee lassies that was about 8 to 9 years old, maybe a wee bit older, used to watch his wrestle years ago. Actually now wrestles on the shows. She's a wrestler herself now, Iona Sky. That's how long it's been. And then on the Sunday, my greatest invention ever, the greatest wrestling show I've ever put on, we done a gender review for The Wanderer, and it was Team Boy versus Team Girl, and we done all these different wrestling related matches. So one of the matches was baby on a pole match. So there was 2 poles each side, and there was a baby hanging from the pole. So one side had a blue baby and one side had a pink baby, and if the wrestler who got the pink baby down, that would be a point to Team Girl. If the other wrestler got the blue baby down first, that would be a point to Team Boy, and so on and so forth. Each member for Team Boy or Team Girl, if they won, they'd get a point for the team. And then whoever had the last point, whoever had the most in their team, 3-2, that was the winner. We also had baby's first buck shake, so that was a Buckfast milkshake in a baby's bottle, and the winner had to drink all of that before they're well incapacitating their opponent. We had the baby boy versus baby girl match, where 2 wrestlers were in inflatable costumes wrestling each other. Aye, they nearly died because they couldn't breathe. That was a oversight from myself. And then we also had, what was the other match? The nappy match, where you had to batter your opponent and then stick a full big nappy on them. So that show, especially what I loved about it, right, is I feel like The Wanderer was pure, I think this is going to be a lot of shit, you know what I mean? This isn't going to be good at all. And it wasn't a wrestling show, you know what I mean? Obviously, technically was with the premise of it, but it was like, it was comedy I was going for. I was trying to make everybody entertained. That was even though it was a wrestling show, like, gender review is for everybody. It's not like the full family's getting invited along, all the friends and all that. People only just got to, people. So I was wanting to make it. You don't need to like wrestling to like this show, and I feel like everybody who went away for it thought it was fucking fantastic.
That was a good laugh.
I thought it was really good. So that's what we got up to before we then headed to Greece on the Monday morning.
Yeah, that was dead busy. So,
what did you think of that weekend? What did you think of that weekend?
Well, it was brilliant. The gender review was so funny. David was like, right, if your team girl sit on this side and if your team boy sit on this side, and we were all just like, oh, just give us a break.
No, because obviously as well, because wrestling shows really need to work with like good guy and bad guy, you know what I mean? That's like really a big facet of wrestling. But this show wasn't any good guys or bad guys on it. This is what I needed a crowd to want the boys to be a boy, and I wanted a crowd to have the lassies. So it wasn't like booing you in. It was like they'd be cheering when the girl team done something, but then the boys would be cheering for the boy team, and I think that fucking actually ended up working really well. Then what else was it? What else was it? Oh, also, I made all the wrestlers in Team Girl have like girl themed songs, not I mean, like girls just want to have fun and stuff like that. And I made all the boys have like I Came Out to American Boy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
and that just made it. I think that was just the big strong man dressed up as a woman.
Aye, me versus the big strong man got to kiss the big strong woman. So I did.
It was good.
Honestly,
really good.
It was definitely one of my favourite things I've done ever. Getting to use my brain and be creative.
The door kept going. It was Amazon parcels, and I kept thinking, what the fuck is this? It was just mere costumes that were arriving, all baby stuff, all these dolls and stuff like that. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, it's all just for the gender reveal, so I had no idea what you actually had.
I actually spent a good
for
bit of money on it, you know what I mean? Gave him it for that, was my present to my mate, you know what I mean?
That was nice of you. So on the Monday we went to Greece.
Monday we went to Rhodes.
And I want to know...
Closer to Turkey.
Aye, that's right. And how was it being closer to Turkey?
Nothing.
You've got a pure vendetta against Turkey, don't lie.
I don't like Turkey. I like Turkey salad rolls, but anyway, Greece was good. Rhodes was good. It was very quiet, but honestly, I feel it was the most relaxed holiday we've ever had. Usually, when we go on holidays, we go big mad long walks and all that, and go and fucking tour the place. Just chilling by the pool every day. No really going out much. Just except we got this one sports bar that we went to every single night. Just chilled. Honestly, it was great. Done a few wee excursions, like got to Simi Island and stuff like that. Went to Greece, Rhodes Old Town and that. But honestly, I had a great time. Just get to spend it with George and Bo. Don't really get to, obviously I get to see them a lot, but we don't really actually get to spend time just us as a family. So it was good getting that quality time together. It
was good that you got all that work in as well. You got to work so much.
I run hundreds of businesses, mate.
What?
I run hundreds of businesses.
So David was obviously working all the time, right? But actually, he looked really, really relaxed. So I was like, do you know he's happy?
I wasn't worrying. I still have to get stuff done. We don't have people that would date for us. I can't delegate, can't trust people. So I need to date myself. And I was getting to date while sitting in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Getting a good wee tan on me.
But it was really good. We did go to the same bar basically every day because Bo enjoyed it. It had like pool tables.
Had a bouncy
darts,
castle.
Aye, an outdoor bouncy castle. The winds were going wild. Bo wasn't on it. He's probably a bit big now. There was an outdoor climbing frame. Just loads of amusements and stuff. And the food was good.
Playing darts every night.
I feel like majority of the food that I ate when I was there was good.
It was really that sports bar was really good, to be fair. I enjoyed the food as well. The chicken wasn't the best at the place, I must admit. But the full wee place, all the food was good. Not I mean, I don't think there wasn't any like takeaways or anything. That was all it. Sitting in restaurants and stuff like that.
I would say it wasn't. I said that to Jen and that in the park yesterday, that it wasn't like it had its own bars and restaurants. It wasn't mobbed. It was just really good. And that was Lasos, the town was called. And then when we went through to Old Town or New Town or whatever it was very touristy.
I was, man, fucking... we found a McDonald's there as well, so that was quite good because we must have walked about for 45 minutes to an hour trying to find somewhere to eat, and there was fucking nowhere. And then when we did sit down, the menu was shite.
Aye, the menu was very limited. It was a lot of fish and stuff on it. But also as well, when David did ask for breakfast, he was like, can you remove this? Or it was for Bo. He wanted something removed or something. They were just saying no.
What do you mean no? Who are you talking to, mate? Customers always right, fuck's sake.
Especially as well if you're still paying for it.
Aye, it's not, I'm not saying, oh, give me less money. Aye. I'm not saying, oh, give me less money for it. I'll still pay the entire amount. I just don't want mushrooms. You're actually now making profit because you get no more mushrooms to sell on.
Yeah. You've got more mushrooms.
But it is. There's much more room for them to sell them.
Yeah, I would agree. That's so bad.
You didn't even get it.
Much more room for them to sell them.
So what does that mean?
What? It's a fucking shite joke of yours. You keep kicking me, I know, man.
Playing footsie with you, baby.
What?
Playing footsie with you, baby.
Oh, get. Do you know what else you kept doing on holiday? It was pure annoying me.
What?
Every day me and Bo would go down to the pool, and we'd be down at the pool for like half an hour because David would be working, and then he would come down and the pool would be all quiet and he'd be like, what's happening, gorgeous? I'm like, why are you shouting that?
I'm just saying it, you know.
You should just say hi or whatever.
Why would I come up and go hi? fuck's sake, man. You'd be
You'd
like,
be like, all
have you
right.
been doing up that room, man? You've been fucking messaging all guys. Fuck's sake.
Just be like, hi.
No, just couldn't be like, what's happening, God? Just knew what was happening.
And I'm like, hello, like, raging. So I feel like,
grumpy.
well, at least just say, like, what's happening or whatever.
I dare say what's happening, gorgeous.
No, there's no need.
How?
Remember, I used to always go like that years ago, and I had to actually, you know what I got to say to you? You're all right, baby. And I'll be like, fucking shut up. He used to say it like. And then you said it that much, or pals started saying it to me as well. Like they wouldn't actually talk to me, they would just say, "You all right, baby?" all the time. Remember?
Are you all right, but baby?
Yeah. Fuck off. So, Greece, everybody keeps saying, would you go back? So, I would go back because there was nothing at all that put me off it. But I would like to see other parts of Greece. Oh, he wants to go to Athens. Yeah. So,
I don't actually, I like to go to new places now. I like to go to Croatia.
Be best split.
What?
Dubrovnik.
No, probably Zagreb.
I've never heard of that before.
You've not heard of the capital of fucking...
No, I would have probably said Dubrovnik was the capital of Croatia.
Is that not a fucking YouTuber?
What?
Is that not a YouTuber?
What?
David Dubrovnik?
See?
No,
sometimes he gets things
no,
wrong.
there's a guy, David Dubrovnik or something like that. Yeah, I see. Same thing, innit?
But I shall go. If you want to take me there, I'll come with you.
Yeah, let's go on.
When?
Not on. I don't know. We'll see. When am I free?
No time.
Probably not before.
No actual time. It's so exciting because now for the next 2 weeks there's no wrestling shows.
There's one this weekend.
But I'm no gone. Which is so
you
good.
Need the merch.
I'm no gone. Like I'm actually no gone. So there's a wrestling show this weekend in Kelburn Festival.
Kelburn Festival.
There's £200 a ticket.
For the festival, you're not actually for the wrestling. You're buying the festival and you're just getting the wrestling as part of it.
Aye, but obviously, I mean, like some of the people that come to CBW shows wanted to go and they were like, the tickets are £200. So no,
that was not my promotion.
I know. Well, I'm a.
If I was organising that event, I'd 100% sorted with the people. Right, can I get a 2-hour slot ticket?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, anyway, it's obviously a massive festival. They've got so much stuff lined up and stuff like that. I'd imagine it's really popular, even though I've never heard it before in my life.
It's a mad hippie festival.
Yeah, I thought that, and all. Obviously, as well, because you're all dressing up as wizards. Have you got your costume?
Well, I've not even tried mine's on. The rehearsal was when we were on holiday.
So, what is your costume?
Yeah, I'm a high-fiving night.
Aye.
High five people.
Yeah, who was the one in the video that had like the big like bird costume on?
I think that was Magic Dave, but I was going to be Bryson.
Right, okay. Right, aye.
I don't think Bryson could make
basically, there's a show this weekend in this festival and they're wrestling Saturday and Sunday.
It's like Magic Dave's come up with this idea of Wizard Championship Wrestling, which is going to be all is dressed as mad fucking wizards and stuff like that. I'm actually looking forward to it. That's part of one of the reasons I got wrestling, because I wanted to get to play characters and stuff like that and getting to be because I kind of get told just to be myself, which obviously is a good thing. I mean, I probably wouldn't have been as successful in wrestling if I had maybe done something different, but I do want to.
Couldn't you have imagined you being the Scotsman guy you wanted to be?
But also, I would like to get the chance to wet my whistle and try other things. Okay. So I will be talking like this when I am out there wrestling, for we are now
say, what's happening, troops?
No, I would not process that.
Oh, you won't be Ravie Davie that day?
No, I will be a knight with the high fives.
Knighty Davie?
Knight of helping hands with the high fives to the commoners.
So Magic Dave's going to wrestle, but he's not going to MC?
No, he's the MC.
But he's wrestling as well?
No, I think he's just MCing.
Alright. Oh, but he's dressing up as a bird?
No, that
You've not asked any questions, I can tell.
I don't need to ask questions. I go there, I'd get a wee suit, give to me, I dress up in it, I start talking funny, I'd be the best wrestler there, and then I go home.
Sounds good.
What we do?
Sounds good. Anyway, let's talk about the Renfrew Food Festival.
No, let's skip back before that. So after we came back for Greece, right? This is what it feels like it's been a month, right? We got back for Renfrew, Shire. No, we didn't. We got back for Greece.
And we were delayed, right?
4 in the morning, right? Go to bed at 5 in the morning. No, we got in the house at 4 in the morning. Go to bed at 5 in the morning. Woke up at 7:30. We actually woke up at 8 because I slept in. To go to East Kilbride, Dunkinrig Secondary, to put on a wrestling show for the last day. And then at night time, we also had another wrestling show in the same place. It was a Tuesday night. Over 250 people were there.
It was wild.
It was actually crazy. I felt like Jesus Christ when I was doing my entrance. There was about 100 Waynes following me about the place. Mate, I swear to God, mate, honestly, it was like a Pied Piper. All these Waynes following me around, man. It was crazy. At one point, right, this honestly is one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me in my wrestling career, right? As I'm out, right, well, usually the first time we go to a new place, we'll kind of like do a street fight at the end, because then it can be like a bit chaotic. You can get all the Waynes involved, batter the bad guy, just have a very good laugh. So I'm in the crowd and I'm doing this, right? I'm getting all the Waynes to batter Nick Justice, one of the wrestlers. And at some point, I'm holding him, getting all the Waynes to slap him, and he reverses it with me. It's like a wee funny thing we do, obviously. We try and get the bad guy to get the Waynes to hit the good guy, and don't actually want to do it. But one wee guy is just up for it. He's like, I don't give a fuck who I'm hitting, man. He just started like, jabbing me. I'm like, wee man, I'm a good guy, we did. And then fucking... me and Nick Justice have left that wee guy and went there and started fighting a wee bit later on somewhere else. So then later on, I start picking other Waynes up and flinging them at Nick Justice, and I turn around and that same wee guy that get half elder because he was like, "You're an ugly bastard," and starts trying to jab me, right? Starts trying to hit me, and another wee guy goes like, "How you? That's Ravie Davie," and like pushes the wee guy and starts getting ready to fight him, and I'm having to like split these two wee guys up in the crowd, stopping them from fighting. No, I mean, like, what he's doing, you madman? I stop that. And then Nick Justice took his wee guy away, and I had to be like, I love that wee man, but you can't, like, I can fight my own battles. No, I don't need a 9-year-old to be able to throw bungees from me.
The wee guy that was sticking up for you is obsessed with you.
I had a wee hat and
all your stuff at the merch table, and then when your match was on, he came up to the merch table and he like banged his horns. And he was like, yeah, he's like pure shaking his head and that. He's like pure he couldn't handle the excitement.
I know, he was going to throw down for me. He'd have been up for getting grounded for 2 weeks for Ravie Davie, you know what I mean? Like, his man could have came and ground him for battling a wee guy, and he wouldn't have cared, man. He'd have been like, I've day one, not I mean, he's a ride or die for Ravie Davie. I love that.
It's so good because
like, I actually just went up to me, man. Ravie Davie, man. I'm like, okay, all calm down, boys. Try to fling punches, and he was like, in his wee stance, not ready to start fighting.
Aye, getting ready to fight. It's so good when people come for the first time, because you can tell at the start they're all like, don't know what to expect here, and then like 15 minutes into it, they're all just going like wild.
Nah, no, honestly, one of the loudest entrances I've ever done. I'm definitely going back there, and I think we'll be there was like a football team that came along, UK Colts, and I think we'll be maybe looking to do like a show with them as well and stuff like that. So here's hoping. That's why I like doing these things. Obviously it's good to wrestle as much. George, I think I should do it because I like to wrestle 24/7, but I feel like doing all these shows as well like, gets people seeing what wrestling's about, and then opens more doors for us to wrestle more places, which obviously she hates. But
no, I don't. That's not what I hate. I hate the fact that it's just so much squashed into one. That's what I hate, is that it's just as if, oh, I've already got a show booked, so let's book 2 in the one day. And I mean, he said to me last night, I mean, I think we'll honestly get to a point where we're going to need 2 crews going 2 different places every weekend soon, just doing all different shows at different times. I'm like, great.
And last year I said to her, I've got to cut down on shows.
And to be fair, right, the thing is as well, like, obviously I work from Monday to Friday, and then Saturdays and Sundays are the 2 days that I got off my actual work. And at that time, what I'm looking to do is go and buy food, make his dinners, wash or like they all things that he doesn't do. And I don't moan at him for no doing that stuff, because I know how much he's working. But he moans at me for no consistently being at wrestling all the time when I'm trying to do things to help us all. And that's why I get so angry. Even like yesterday at the food festival, you started to shout again, Georgia!
No, I didn't.
Georgia! I'm like, fuck off. I'm like right in front of you, you know. Most time when you're shouting at me, I'm like darting like fucking Forrest Gump for the ring, because I know for a fact you're like going to like pure shout at me in front of everybody.
I'm not going to shout.
You start shouting at me like my dad.
I'm not going to shout you, I'm just going to be like, alright.
And it's not even that, you'll be like that, slapping your leg, and I'm actually like fucking 1 feet in front of you, you just can't see me for looking at me. The idiot.
Oh, was that right?
Yesterday, right, and he's at he's at video is me and it's him in the ring with all these 40 Waynes that first time. He's like, yesterday, right, everybody, I'm going to invite everybody in the wrestling ring at the end, get your photos took, then the Waynes all jumped in the ring. Oh, don't jump in that ring, no. Don't jump in the ropes, that's so dangerous. I'm like, he's just invited all his Waynes in here just to shout at them. Then he's like, Georgia, video me. So I'm videoing him, but luckily I took all his photos in last night. He's like, sent him them, and he's like, why did you video me? I was like, you fucking told me, but luckily I've took like 40 photos and all. Honestly, it's so bad. They're like, anytime I say no to you for something, you get pure angry.
I get you trying to make it, fuck it. I just, nobody will get angry, I just like, come on.
It's not like angry I'm going back to you material, it's like, oh, I'm so disappointed in you. I think
That's not
worse.
anger, that's disappointment.
It's not, it's too far, by the way. It's like, your expectation for me is like sky high right through the tiles up there.
It's because you've set the that's because you've set the standard, you know what I mean? You've set the standard.
I said that when we were doing 2 shows a year. Now we're doing fucking 220 shows. Like, honestly, I'm actually getting to a point now I'm carrying beams now so I can go in quicker, because I know if I don't get involved and help out, I'm going to get shouted at for that, I know. And he'll go in and go, what'd you make for dinner? I'm like, I've been with you all day. I've actually been beside you this full day. And he's like, I mean, I know, yesterday. What time you coming through it? But you know, coming into the festival now, I'm like, I've got my jammies on. I've just genuinely woke up out my bed and you're asking me if I'm going to this festival now, and he's like, I've got to buy you donuts. And I thought, I must be that fucking easy that I would obviously just go like a festival for fucking donuts. Cheeky bastard. Honestly, and as well.
What was the first thing you said when you go to where's my donuts?
I said, I thought you were going to buy me donuts. But I'm now the heaviest I've been since 2023. I feel awful about it. I said to David last night, oh, I feel so fat. He's like, you're just a bit plump. You're so bad.
How am I?
He's like, I'm plump and all.
Aye, we're plump together, man. We're just cuddly.
No, it's no.
Aye.
This is why it's good to have no wrestling shows, because when I'm not at shows, I make dinners and all this, whereas when I'm out all day and out all night, you end up eating McDonald's at like fucking 12 o'clock at night all the time.
Fair.
No comment, because he knows it's true.
No, because
even the mums for the
just let her
wrestling,
moan, not just let her get off her chest.
even the mums at the wrestling were saying that and all, they were like, well, they actually know what, like, been making dinner or anything in their houses because they're never in. Exactly. Guys, no comment says everything.
Oh.
His silence speaks volumes. So yeah, anyways, right, so we did our first show in the church on Friday.
Class.
And you know what else I know?
What?
Right, so see, on Friday, I'm just got to pull you up for this, I know. So all the times that you asked me for help and I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. On Friday, you wanted me to come to the front with you and help you take the tickets at the door. You didn't need me for that, but I done that for you to help you. And yet I get moaned at for everything else.
Technically, I didn't need to be that. Would have been your job. I was going to help you.
No, that's not my job anymore, because we've got nobody to do merch. We have now. We've got people. It's getting better. We've got people to help now for merch.
Aye.
And, it's getting better. Anyways, right, let's talk about the show in the church.
What did you think it?
I thought we raised the roof.
I thought we blew the roof off. I think we're going to pay for a B-listed building to get his roof put back on.
Yeah, I think we better watch like doing shows with that many houses run about, because it was very loud.
Asbos.
Yeah, we need to make sure the shows are done for a really reasonable time.
There was, to be fair. The only reason we got it so late is because the ring ended up turning up the...
Oh no, by the way,
Well.
see, when I saw that, I thought, here we fucking go.
Actually,
You were starting all your thing again.
also I wanted to start punching myself in the
And
face.
then I said to you, calm down, we'll just buy new foam from that. Can I not just be a drama queen for 5 minutes? It's like, fucking hell, I just want to go at him.
I just have a wee moan. I was about to fix it. I was just like thinking while I was moaning how to fix
Basically
it.
what happened is, because we've got the foam on the flare and we've got 2 wrestling rings. For the shows, one ring comes down and the other ring gets pushed into the centre. But when the guys have been pushing the ring back and forward, what we've not actually noticed was the foam floor has dragged up, been squashed underneath the spring, right in the middle of the ring, and all turned under. And then the actual boards on the ring were coming up in a point.
Oh, it was...
And at this point, it was after 11 o'clock at night, and David was like, you're going to take that full ring down. So we had to put one ring back up and take one ring down and put that back up again. One of the wrestlers, Kev said to me, why did I not just get into football? I said, I know, you just need to grab your ball and grab your bag and go to fuck game after the game.
To be
Whereas
fair, he
at
was sitting
wrestling-
fucking playing with his balls, man, while everybody else was pushing shit because he's got a wee injured shoulder, fuck's sake. I mean, I need to be a football player to play with his balls.
But the church was amazing. Thank you all for coming. Hope you all had enjoyed yourself. I think David outdone himself with his promotional booking.
Best show we've done, I would say. Every match was 10
Top
out of
tier.
10. I jumped off the balcony like everybody had been asking, and Georgia even enjoyed the matches.
I always enjoy them. I don't even moan ever about the matches. I give feedback to people when I'm absolutely no in any position. I don't give feedback to them. I say it in my head and then David will ask my opinion and it's like blood vomit.
What was your favourite match?
I quite liked the first Xander and Sam because Sam made a comeback, and when you know things about like that in wrestling, the biggest excitement is watching other people's reaction. So Sam obviously had took a break because he's just no long had a baby, and then he's been away for 8 months, 7, 8 months,
something like that.
and then he then came back to go against his
former partners
in wrestling.
Team Xander, one of his good pals.
Yvonne, one of the mums, said to me, Georgia, I was shaking with excitement. So, like, that's the reaction you're wanting.
That was class.
Aye, so cool.
Honestly, it was so loud, man.
Aye, just a pure buzz. And David and Bram, which has been
8 years in the making.
8 years in the making, yes. Bram's really nice. To be fair, he's no changed. Bo was asking me why his voice was so quiet. But I said, I don't remember his voice being like that before.
No, he's just...
I said, I think his voice has changed. Probably if you're living in America, he probably had to speak more clearer, maybe.
People and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
I came up, done the seminars on the Thursday, came up, wrestled a match on Friday. I feel like a lot of people were actually... So when I obviously, a lot of the things I learned in wrestling was, look, the first person that ever, well, obviously not the first person, but the first big time wrestler ever kind of gave me the time of day was Bram. And when I wrestled him and that, he taught me a lot of good things that I try and pass on to my students. But it's hard to, like, it's not hard, but like me giving advice and that, obviously people, like my students and that, listen to me, but I also feel there's always that you've not been in the WWE, you've not done this, you've not done that. So it's like, even though you told me this, I'm going to try things my way because that's what I think might get me there, or it's just the way I like wrestling. But when you actually hear somebody who's been there, done that, wore the t-shirt, NWA champion, former WWE wrestler, former TNA wrestler, all these kind of things, it resonates a bit more, not when you're like, right, this guy's actually been to the dance, so it makes them listen. I feel like a lot of them were saying like stuff that he said, like, oh, I get that, and I was like, I've been telling you that for ages, but because it's me saying it, you're like, oh.
Aye.
Because that's what I go to for him. It's not as if I'm like,
you know, just made
it's
this
the same
up.
message, but it's just no, he's telling them it, and I feel like a lot of them are like, right, because my big thing in wrestling is the selling. That's how you sell everything, by selling, by, I don't want to give too much away, but that's the big thing.
But no, it was great. It was the match was everything I thought it was going to be. See, so obviously type up the running order of the show, like when each match has got to come on and how many minutes is on for, and I saw David and Bram got to be on for 30 minutes. I went, here we go. I actually thought it was going to be like constant like wrestling for that time. I was like, there's obviously so much more involved in it. Drama.
Story. The actual 30 minutes bang on and all.
Ways?
I watched it back, 30 minutes bang on.
Wow. And obviously the balcony spot was always going to happen. Obviously as well, you jump off the balcony in the garage as well and did the Blockbuster. I forgot to say it, I know.
Well, you won there.
I was.
Were you?
Yeah. I did know that move.
What one is it?
What?
What one's the Blockbuster?
It's when you grab the head and jump over the shoulder.
Do the front foot and grab the head?
Obviously.
Georgia.
And
Wrestling aficionado.
What?
Wrestling aficionado.
I know, I'm getting better, guys.
What's your favourite move?
I've not got that far, God. I don't even fucking like being at shows, never mind my favourite moves.
Right. Do you know what else I liked as well? Big moment of it on the show would be Big Ross versus Kid Lycos 2. Big Ross, I feel like he's coming really into his own as a wrestler, heavyweight champion, carrying the company on his back, and seeing him being the champion in the Church very first show. Very good. Big man deserves a lot of moments in history, and him being the champion in the first show is something that makes me happy.
Yeah. And we had Martina over.
Aye. What are people
Bit of
saying
growth
about that?
from that side.
What are people saying about that?
That's just hilarious. So, I've not got enough time to tell you tonight, but there's a big, massive, long story about me, David, and Martina.
We've kind of said it before, to be fair.
I don't think we've said it on here.
We've said, but we've not really mentioned.
Yeah, but the point where David had to sleep on the couch for what 8 months or something.
I'm going to say 8 months, but...
So anyways, David had said to me, because the full storyline that happened before, he was like, oh, it would be good if we could get Martina over. And he'd asked me before, a few years ago, if we could get her. I was like, no way. And then when he asked me a few weeks ago, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. So she came over, and she came over, and she was good. Obviously, I've met her before a couple of times now, but one of the wee boys, Arn, in the 5 to 11 class, his mum Marianne said to me yesterday, Georgia, Arn wouldn't even clap for her or anything, and he was saying, I don't like her because Davie's no. I don't like her because Davie's not allowed any ex-girlfriends because I like Georgia. And she said he kept looking out at me as if a reaction for me, as if why is she here? I was just laughing at that. It's just so fucking funny. But I've grew up since then. That was when, 2017?
About 8 years ago. It was long ago.
Such a long time.
That was long ago.
Yeah. So that's when I really thought that David was going to wrestling and get married to somebody.
I know, Georgia didn't have a clue about the wrestling. I thought I was going to patch her for somebody in Ireland that was only told to do their job.
Yeah, but anyways, this let bygones be bygones.
What'll happen is I'm going to become a famous actor one day. I'm going to get movie roles and I'm going to Orange Birds and Georgia's going to be like...
You'll be like, yes.
I'll be like, no, I'm going to get pure... My ears chewed off for this.
It depends how much money you earn at that point.
Obviously, the first time I tried to get Martina, I must not earn enough money. Not
No. I don't know. Obviously, wasn't he? What?
I banged my leg and it was so.
Oh, you've hurt yourself. Is this for jumping off the balcony?
No, I wish it was. The jumping off the balcony, I didn't even hurt myself. I fucking done a moonsault and the person had their knees up and I landed on their knee.
When was that?
Sunday.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Who was it?
Jez. Bastard.
Sorry.
Really?
So anyway, let's talk about the food festival. There's been a lot of wrestling. Apologies, guys.
I feel loved it. For a wrestling family, honestly, I don't think we fucking saw. I think it's all just the wrestling families and people that are into that listen to this anyway, innit?
I don't know.
That's what I hear.
Do you know, there's a couple hundred people that consistently watch every week, and I probably know about 10 people who actually watch. It'd be good if you could all leave a wee comment to be like, Alison.
Hi, guys.
Hi, it's me, because I only know 10 people who really listen. Like Jen, Marianne,
wrestling,
Gav's dad.
Wrestling dad.
Who did you say?
Michelle,
Caden's mum. Jen for the gym.
So
Ross and my team in work.
Person, no for wrestling.
I couldn't tell you anything else.
50 watches it.
Does he?
Aye.
And
Scouting's competition.
My pal Shannon Strain watches.
Your ma?
I think she's fell away because she's got a good few episodes to catch up on. So
What's that all about Martin?
I actually genuinely don't know. So
there's a lot of people that listen. That's no slagging anybody by the way. That's us no slagging anybody by the way in case everybody perceives that as being.
What?
I don't know.
Why would you think that? We're just saying there's lots of people who do watch, but we don't know them.
Aye, fair.
So leaves a wee comment. Kelly for Poundland. Kerry.
Aye. Yes, as well. Sam Tweedy. He's always commenting.
Aye. And then there's a guy, Sarah. Did you say her?
No.
Wee Isaac's mum.
Isaac's mum. She actually listens every week as well.
Yeah. So. She said to me the other day that when you were talking in the episode about wee boy jobbies and wee girl peas, she was actually driving along the road and had to put her window up in the motor because she was so embarrassed. But I don't really know anybody else. I think Gemma watched it. Gemma and Nicole Jasmine.
Aye. Probably a couple of wrestling school watching.
But
Lara probably watches it.
No. She doesn't watch. She's fucking getting... No. She's fucking glued. No. I don't know anybody else.
Oh, she doesn't watch it, fuck's sake, man.
I say it all the time. Anyway, she's having that. Right, anyway, so the food festival was great. I'm going to tell you, there was loaded macaroni, samosas, there was salt and chilli chicken with curry sauce. I had a
taco, I had our own sausage and bacon.
Gyros?
I didn't get a gyros, man.
Oh, there was homemade pizza. There was burgers, hot dogs.
I tried your salt and chilli chicken and chips.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it?
That was lovely.
Mikey said that was for Iceland.
What? Probably was, man.
What else? Loads of cake places, lots of desserts, like the
Caked.
loaded cookies. We got cakes for Three Sisters Bakes, I think it was called on Instagram. Is that right? Aye. They done.
Curtis's pals.
Then what else? There was other things like strawberries and Nutella. Loads of stuff. Big candy floss machines.
There was rides and all that down the side as well.
I actually didn't see them until
You're
the end
doing
of the
the
day on
sides.
Saturday.
There was a lot of stuff, man, honestly. And then we, obviously, the wrestling was the start of the show.
It was. Loads of people were watching.
It was actually quite funny. Like, we promote a lot of events, right? Obviously, all our events all the time. And the woman phoned me like a couple of days before, and she's like, my boss is like complaining that you haven't promoted it enough. I think it was really more because it was meant to rain. It was forecast was to rain, so it probably meant not a lot of people would have showed up for it. So I think they were maybe a bit worried, which is obviously understandable. I get it. Obviously, especially when you're there's like margins or ins and outs, all that kind of stuff. You kind of need to make your money back and then some. So I could get why they were a wee bit worried, but I was like, I ended up saying, by the end of it, I was like, I'll do me a promotion, I'll get everybody to do stuff. I was like, I can promise you, right? I was like, by the end of the weekend, people got to go away here, talk about the wrestling. That's what they've got. The wrestling's got to be the main event,
Yeah.
I promise you that. And what happened?
They went away to talk about this.
They went away to talk about the wrestling. They went away to talk about that guy who ended up in the Renfrew Robertson Park Pond. And it smelled like shite.
David, yes. So David wasn't there on Saturday, it was me and the rest of the wrestlers. And then yesterday we were both there. And when I got there, David
Hates
said
that
to
much.
me,
She's doing shows with footmen, not organising events and running them with footmen and all that.
forced to do shows with him. And David had said to me, oh, the speaker has ran out of battery. He was like, and that's the chargers in your house. I was like, oh, shut up. So anyways, he's like to me, what you've to do, Georgia, is go round and tell all the parents that's here for the school that they've to start singing my theme song, and I'll stand here and watch you go and telling them all. I'm like, wait, would you think I'm a? I done it anyway because I thought, he's not in the mood, so I'm just got to go round. I was like, and up to like Marianne and like Jen, Yvonne, Anne-Marie. I was like, he's telling me.
Legends.
So he's like, Anne-Marie was like, what's the song again? I was like, oh, it's Summer Dreams of Love, New Monkey. And then they were like, as soon as they came out, they all just started, and I was like the full place to sing for them and all. And I was like, yeah. Honestly, how did you manage that?
Fucking.
Everybody was just like, nah. So
I was in
funny.
the MC, honestly, man.
But it
Like,
turned out
Beatles
brilliant. It
and
was
Liverpool.
2 days worth, so
Ravie and
sunny.
Renfrew.
It was so sunny, got so burnt on the Saturday.
I was down in London on Saturday, man, because it was like raining in the morning. I was like, but I was probably going to call this guy a day off, man. You know what I mean? I ended up jumping. I went with a big Jake on to do London, and I ended up pure roasting. I was actually raging with myself, man. Fuming.
Why did you not check the weather? Oh, because I didn't check the weather for you. That's why. Innit?
Oh, because I'm busy.
Busy.
I'm a busy man.
Busy man, you get me.
Busy man, you get me.
So I loved it. Loved the food festival because it had loads of food. By the way, I need to eating. The holidays just trickled on to 4 wrestling shows. My sister's Maid of Honour on the 3rd of September, and I'm like, time is not on my side. I've no ran in ages either. I'm like, either all in or so fucking far out. There's no in between. So I need to get it together. I've been good today. Got 9 weeks to my sister's wedding. I need to try and...
It's easy for you.
What? It's no, because it's, see now, like, I hate dieting now. This has been my life.
Don't diet and just calorie count.
It's the same difference, you pie. I went and called Bo a tit the other day and he went and asked me what it meant. I was like, a boob. He's like, why are you calling me that?
They bought his wee pals fucking... They bought wee magnets on holiday, but a wee set like wee squishy tits, man, like a magnet. Bought it for his wee mate and his dad.
If we go to take them to the gala day yesterday, the festival, he came, I was like, you trying to keep me boobs for yourself? And he's
One's probably all squeezed out already, man.
He's like, you've caught me.
You've got me.
Anyways.
Is that us then?
What? Yeah, what else? We've been watching some telly. You've not been watching telly?
I've not been, man. I watched a bit of Tyres, but
You watched that in the plane?
not really something to
Right
discuss.
home with it?
It's enjoyable, but...
I was watching the Travis Scott Astroworld documentary. Have you watched it, Curtis? So Astroworld is a festival that Travis Scott had done back in 2021. It's his own festival, and basically it was like different stages of all different acts that were coming on throughout the day. It was a 2-day festival, and obviously he's so popular that the capacity, I think, was meant to be like 35,000, and they ended up selling like 55,000 tickets. And Travis Scott was then encouraging people as well to like jump the fence if they didn't manage to get a ticket. So basically what ended up happening back in 2021 was they had like a couple of different stages, but he was on the main stage, and he didn't let anybody else be on that stage the full day. And then he was the last act, and basically what happened is everybody then ran to that stage to get to the last act, but with it being so overcrowded already, like massively oversold in tickets, that when he ended up coming on, there was a crowd surge, and people actually got squished in the crowd, and like so many people died and were getting like suffocated. And it was actually horrendous. He didn't even like get charged or anything for it. And people were actually screaming like the full way through the show, like, stop the show. And he was saying that he couldn't hear any of them. I'm like, how can he know?
Probably couldn't, to be fair, honestly.
He was saying as well, like, halfway, like towards the end, he ended up saying, oh, somebody's struggling down there. But by this point, 8 other people had CPR in the medical tent. And it shows you on the camera, they lift this wee boy up and take him out. He's like a corpse. He's like lying, like now other ones are normally like lifeless. Mm-hmm. He was like pure horizontal, out straight like that. And then other ones had left and couldn't find their pals, and then they ended up finding out their pals never made it because they were in there and they were getting like, basically what they were doing was dragging people over the barrier and that. And I'm thinking, how could you know we've seen that? And then basically it was put on by Live Nations, which is a massive entertainment business that do events. And apparently there was only like 2 people that had the ability to stop the full concert. And they, towards the end, they like whispered in his ear and says to him, like, we've got 8 minutes, we need to shut this down at 10 o'clock. But apparently then the Houston police then said, no, keep it going further, because we don't want to alarm people by cutting the concert short. And then it's a crowd surge that everybody starts like running out, and the same thing happens again. So many people lost their lives and all that at the concert because people didn't take the right precautions, sold way too many tickets. People were just jumping, the fences were just all down, and people were just running in. And they had all security in that, but there was just nowhere near enough for the amount of people. So he must have lost some amount of fans because of that as well, because Stiffy didn't really take accountability for it.
You're saying about him getting charged, but it doesn't look. He probably wouldn't held accountable for it. It would be the people that ran the event and fucking.
Well, when
the post,
you see all
the post that told them to keep going, that as well.
Yeah, the amount of people in the crowd that are all screaming, and they're like doing that with their horns and that, as if like stop, and he's saying that he couldn't see in it, but there's like one full side of the stage was all people just all crushed and all lying underneath. Like that would be, honestly, I can't even breathe at the best of times. Never been in a massive crowd of people. You always like going to the front of concerts and all.
I just survived.
What?
Just after the mosh pit.
You would have needed to, because everybody was like,
summed up if they're done.
See, people are like holding their phones up and somebody's like videoing, and it's just like all bodies like squashed together. Think how hot it is in America and all.
Where is it, Houston and all?
Aye.
Texas.
It's awful.
Texas is a long country.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good watch, to be fair. Obviously, it's sad for the people and that happened to, but scary. I always try and stay on as far back at concerts as possible. We've not been eating that in ages.
It was the last time we went to a concert.
Akon. Aye, and also Lewis Capaldi.
I just want to say it's Lewis Capaldi tickets.
Yeah, so I went on and they're doing like if you buy his album, you get the pre-sale code for next week. So I bought the album the day so I could get. I want to go. I obviously seen him when he did like he brought out a new song a few years ago now, and he did like a small intimate gig, but he was only on for like 45 minutes. Whereas I want to see him.
The full bells and whistles.
Yeah, it's in September. He might be busy that night, so I'll go to somebody else.
That's cool.
You know what I see him?
I wouldn't mind, know what I mean? But if it's wrestling or something that weekend, I'd rather wrestle.
Exactly. Totally understandable.
But if I'm not wrestling that weekend, we can go.
Okay. Right, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in for episode 44.
We've now got tickets on sale for the bingo on the 9th of August.
Yes.
Get yourself down to that. And we've got a whole plethora of wrestling tickets on sale as well for shows that we'll be doing. That will be in Georgia coming up.
Thank you all. Have a good night.
See you after.
Bye.